Okay, excellent. We'll see if this has been used because I actually got to fuck with you guys for once at the start. Haha, win. That is probably be edited because I won one. However, okay.
That's getting cut.
Winning. It's turned into losing.
And indeed it has. You know who hasn't lost? Sadie and her memory for, hey, Sadie, what happened last sesh?
Last time on What's Your Damage?
You, my friend, guard this tree.
Indeed.
And the amulet and the box, was that under your charge?
He hangs his head.
No problem. We're going to recover the amulet. We need to know what needs to be done with this box.
The locket must be returned, and the box must be returned to the tree.
You see a lone inn standing in defiance of everything around it, and seated on the porch in a rocking chair, a scarecrow thin man with long, raggedy hair and a smile as yellow as a cat's eye turns towards you. And he says, "Come to the last stand in."
You mentioned
Oh no, did
a
I?
couple of turn or two ago.
If you give it to me, I'll read it, Elliot.
No, never.
Give it.
You must intuit the lore
Yes.
through a series of arcane rituals.
Elliot, you can get more of us if you move.
Great. Now I'm in it. Thanks, Doug.
Yeah, I wrote down step 1, and then you started talking a lot, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not writing all this.
I think
Hold
what
on,
the rest
we're
of you
going down ass first.
What is my damage?
See, now that's a professional.
As you are being welcomed into the inn, the Last Stand Inn, which, Luwewe, you have recently discovered it is reputed to be the last place that the fortunate few adventured to.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Versevern handed me a note. I do not know what's on that note.
On that note is
You like me? Check yes or no.
What was that, Sadie?
no, just checks out a straight no.
Do you like me? Check 1. Yes, no.
You're tiefling.
It is, in effect, saying that the Last Stand Inn is the last known place where the fortunate few were reputed to have been. It is a note from the hag. That is about the long and short of what it said.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure if there was something more to this note because I didn't remember what that was on it.
Oh, no. However, I will say, pursuant to your traveling companion during this, Bear, you know who's been with Bear the entire time?
Barton.
Barton in the backpack.
Barton!
As you guys are coming into the inn, or as you guys are approaching the inn, Barton pops out of the bag and he goes, can I go? And Bear's like, oh, shit. I didn't forget you.
Time for a potty break?
Hi, Barton.
Hi, he says as he waves at you. He goes, the competition's pretty soon. He's like, oh, yeah, you need to go with your convocation. I don't love this area for you, but I do know how important it is for you to join the competition of the falling eggs. So,
Wait, that's this week?
yes, he says as Barton is nodding his head.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I guess it would be. Is it near here?
It is about 2 days north of here. Barton and I set up his convocation to meet him about 8 hours north of here. So I figured I would go with Barton because I don't want him to go by himself. And I'll return. And if you need anything, just let me know. As he looks at the smiling man who has yellow teeth, he's like, that's pretty sus.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, we'll just send you a text if anything goes wrong.
Sure, it'll be absolutely fine. You know, we totally got this.
And when I say send you a text, I mean we're going to like write a book and send it by courier.
I wouldn't know any other meaning to it, he says.
I mean, it's a whole different world. I just checking, normal or not.
Keep your eye on the sky. That's all I can say.
But he goes, so I'm going to escort Barton. I'll be back. And this is, as Bear looks at this spot, he's like, yeah, this is something.
Fine. It's fine.
It's fine. As he glares at the keeper. Okay.
yeah, are they? Oh, Lily just kind of falls quiet, just kind of like looking at the ground.
Well, Okat's going to march up to the innkeeper and introduce herself, because fuck it, why not?
You know what? Fortune favors the bold.
Sure it does.
Luwewe, as Okat is marching forward, I think Bear would whisper to you, like, if you need to talk privately, we can take a stroll if you'd like.
Split the party. Split the party.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll walk with you a little bit. If that's okay with everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Not the boss of your walks.
Wait, say that again, Doug?
Something Perseverant muttered under his breath.
Which was?
I'm not the boss of your walks.
As Luwewe and Bear start to make their way further north, Okat, you are walking up to the man. What is Riz, Perseverant, and Wobbles doing at this moment?
I mean, Riz is going up.
Following. A stranger is just an enemy I haven't killed yet.
Oh, we're getting dark.
And Okat's walking up there muttering to herself like, maybe it's a Boo Radley situation. Maybe he's just understood. Maybe he was just creeped out because he looks like that, but he's actually really friendly. You don't know. You don't know until you meet him.
Okay, I like that quite a bit.
I'm suspiciously friendly. I'm optimistic, but, you know.
You're not friendly to a degree that is suspicious. You are friendly with a degree of suspicion behind it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Yes. It's not like a creepy Dragonborn Stepford Wives situation.
Jesus, please.
Creepily friendly.
He was suspiciously friendly. Yeah, like too friendly.
I'm friendly, but I'm worried you're the creep.
And Wobbles is just playing it cool?
Well, I imagine he's just on Riz's shoulders because they've been walking a while.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Riz,
Yeah.
but hags are in there.
Well, see, you can't just say that. Like, because, I mean, like, also, too, I mean, okay, there could be more hags, but, like, I mean, we've already killed, like, 3 of them. 4? 4 of them? 3.
Gray, black, red.
Mm-hmm.
Bet you a gold piece there's hags in there.
Damn it. You know what? Ugh. Fine. I'll take your stupid bet.
I will too, but if I lose, I can't pay you.
We'll see how stupid of a bet it is when there's hags in there.
Good. Fine. There are hags in there. Just watch my back, yeah?
Well, of course, I'm on your back. That'd be
I know.
very
Well, I'm
weak
just...
place for them to attack.
Exactly.
That's all I
I'm
can
like,
see. Of course I'm watching your back.
Anyway, okay, that's fine. All right, sure. So, okay, when there's hags, we'll kill them, and I'll give you a gold. And if there's no hags, yay for us, and you'll give me a gold.
Yeah, see, win-win for me. I either don't deal with hags or I get money.
You know, that's fair. Honestly, that's entirely fair.
Hags get dags. Ers.
Did Wobbles just invent adventuring insurance?
Riz will hold up her hand for a shake, too. To Wobbles.
It's like, no. We pound it.
Oh, pound it. She'll like have her fist.
He flinches at first because even though it's just subconscious, he flinches at first, and then he pounds it. He's working on it though. It's exposure therapy.
Wobbles.
Oh, I love this. As Okot, you come up to meet the innkeeper. He goes, "Now you're not looking to buy our special inn, are you?"
Well, I hadn't planned on it.
Oh, good, because I was a little bit worried about that. So do you know the history of the Last Stand Inn?
Nope.
Excellent. The door opens without his touching it, and behind him, you see it is very dark inside. Along with it, there are seemingly weird green luminescence coming up from what appears to be stains of a kind. He goes, "Oh, don't mind that. That's for the ambiance. Nothing to worry about." But after you.
Sure. So you're not gonna, you just asked me if I know the history and I said no, and you're not gonna tell me the history?
Oh, I tell the history when we get inside.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Cool.
I don't want to scare off potential customers.
Well, gee, when you put it that way, I can't wait to hear it.
As he steps inside.
Okot toodles on in like a dumbass.
As we're walking up, Riz is gonna pop detect evil and good.
Okay, yeah, and detect evil and good. What it does is
evil and good. For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Okay, I love this for you. Weirdly enough, when you first come in, no pops. The gentleman innkeeper himself, no pops. However, how long does this last?
10 minutes.
Okay, a sweet 10. We'll make sure that you stay right here for 10 minutes, no problem.
Thank you, 10.
As Wobbles also goes along with Riz since he is riding piggyback style. And Verseverin, do you also go in with Okot?
Yeah, I've been following behind. Just
okay, perfect.
I may not be paying attention to the map adequately.
The gentleman says, "Please pull up a seat." As a very long table, which doesn't look like it's been used at all recently ever, or at least not for many, many, many moons. He sits in the middle of the table, seemingly somewhat friendly, I would say, as he goes, "Would you like any drinks? Any food?"
We're good, thank you.
Okay, he says with a smile.
Are you open? It seems a little dark in here.
Oh, we are haunted after all. Would you like some lights?
Excuse me? Did you say you are open? For a second, I thought you said we're haunted.
Oh, me, oh my, that may have been a slip of the tongue, he says with a sort of mischievous look to you.
Ew.
You did say haunted.
I did.
You did say haunted.
Ooh, did I? Oops.
You did say haunted.
Oopsies.
He did.
You did say haunted.
He said that.
Oops.
Okay.
Oh,
I heard it.
Okay.
Didn't mean to.
I heard it.
Didn't mean to tell you that the haunted inn was haunted. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, it kind of feels like you meant to.
Oh, did I? Well, that's for us to figure out together, eh?
Come on, make with the exposition.
Oh, yes. Let me get back to the exposition, he says, as we cut to Luwei and Bear.
That's fair. That's what I get.
No! What about the detect good and evil? What's good? What's evil?
Oh, we'll resolve that soon enough. No, never you worry.
I worry. I'll worry off screen. I get it.
As Bear is walking along with Loewe, and Barton seems happy as a clam, even though he's been pretty quiet this entire time. Bear is walking alongside you, Loewe, and he goes, Lily.
Bear.
Mm-hmm.
She just sighs really heavily and then kind of glances behind them just to be sure that they weren't followed by anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then switches to Draconic and is like, okay, all right. I know I'm in trouble. How bad?
Well,
Is she okay?
is she okay? Well,
I know she's not okay. I'm not dumb, but like, super not okay?
well, how often do you see me in the field?
I mean, never, because I'm never in the field, so I can't see you there.
You know what? And Barton just goes like, she's right. He's like, thank you, Barton. Yes, I generally don't go out, especially not for a year. But it was requested of me from her.
Mm-hmm.
So I have strict orders to bring you home.
Which you haven't done yet. Thank you.
Of course. However,
I'm gonna go back. I swear. Like, I meant to. I was just gonna get a lead or two and, like, find a party and then go back and check in and prove to her that I'm fine. Of course, I'm not fine. That kind of went bell-ended, but, you know, I'm getting better. Right?
Lily,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to drop off Barton.
I know.
And I'm going to come back. And then looks like your friend Wobbles. Our friend Wobbles. Needs to go to Togshaven for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to make a decision when we get to Togshaven.
Yeah.
So, you know that I trust you. You know that I love you. I just have a couple of things that I need to kind of balance out.
I know. I'm not trying to stop you.
I know. Maybe it's a guilty conscience. Oh, did you awaken a conscience in me? That's that's unfortunate for me, he says as he intentionally blinks. But I don't know what's going on with that inn.
I mean, I think it's haunted.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know what's going on there. So maybe you can give me a little bit of a heads up when I get back tomorrow.
Yeah, I can try. I think I should be able to. I don't know, things got really weird again while we were with the hacks. Not like scary weird, just pretty normal weird, I guess. Average weird.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's something larger afoot. Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the Olithek thing. Like, that's super weird. That's like scary, massive weird. Did you know those things still existed? I thought they were just stories.
Oh, I haven't seen one in a very long time, and I'm very upset that they seem to be back. However, what went weird?
Kind of scrunches up her face and then says in his head, well, I can do this now. Couldn't do that before.
As he looks at you with a mixture of surprise and I think the word here would be gladness, we cut back to the team inside the haunted, the Last Stand Inn. The innkeeper goes, "Ah, yes, did I mean to say haunted? I know that I've been saying that, ad nauseum for the past 5 minutes. However, let us tell you a story. And the story is this." Suddenly, you almost hear a woo, almost like a theremin as a large chest appears hovering into this great tavern and clanks on the table heavily. He goes, "These are the prizes from folks who have stayed the night here and not left." Of course, people hearing this, it's like, have you ever seen the most viewed barn door in Harmony?
I can honestly say I have no idea what you're talking about.
A woman who keeps her own counsel. I appreciate that.
Oh, if you only knew. My counsel's on another plane of existence, my friend.
Is this a known thing, or is this guy posing a Ridley type thing?
This is known.
It is known, Khaleesi.
Do you know what I speak of?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Have you
The
seen
most viewed barn door
in Harmony? Have you seen it?
I have.
And wasn't it surprising how normal and average it was?
It's a fucking tourist trap, is what it is.
I agree.
He points his finger at you.
This guy gets it.
The only reason that it's the most viewed barn door is because they market themselves as the most viewed barn door. So people come from all over Harmony to see this regular barn door, to say that they have seen the most seen barn door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's also a great place for pickpockets. I totally lost that accent.
It is indeed a place for pickpockets. I appreciate that. So once people had heard that some adventurers of various sorts come here and don't return, well, they had to see if they
like the fortunate few. Why do I keep saying foo? The fortunate foo.
The fortunate Foo Fighters.
Fortunate few.
I liked his previous band.
I was trying to interrupt him to like derail him to see if I got a reaction when I said the name.
Yeah, he says, the fortunate few. Oh. That was the fortunate two. That may have been misheard. They were, how does one say? They were inspired by the fortunate few. However, if word gets out that it was the last place the fortunate few came to, well, not going to hurt my feelings. So.
I gotcha.
The actual fortunate few did not come through here.
Oh, well, I certainly wouldn't know, unless I did.
Wobbles wants to vibe check this guy.
Hell yeah, vibe check him, brother.
If it's everyone's thinking the same thing, except hit him with a stick.
That'll check his vibe.
I'm taking no action. I'm just,
Oh, yeah. Hit me with an insight check, Wobbles.
It's a 9.
The vibes are good. Seems like he's a truthful sort.
Can I do an insight check too before I start swinging? Because I'm trying to be a better person.
And I still have nothing popping with good and evil. Because that's 30 feet within me. Or within my vicinity. Shut up.
You're very deep.
You know what? Don't even say it.
I just said you're very deep.
So, with it moving alongside you, yeah, you're still not detecting any evil or good? Yeah. You're good.
Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that.
You don't like that you're not detecting anything.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Permission to pop insight?
Yeah, hit me with an insight if you would like to.
Why did that roll advantage? Doesn't matter.
We'll see which one was the first one, which was the 5 plus 5, 10. Yeah, man, the vibes are right, brother.
All right, fuck it. I'm also rolling insight. This guy.
I don't like this guy, but I know that it's just me.
We're just gonna keep rolling until one of us succeeds.
Yeah, until one of you hits.
Jesus, please. Four.
Okay, that's it. That
You know what? The dice are giving answers, you guys. You're gonna have to accept it.
Yeah, the dice is saying, hey, it's totally fine, y'all. It's just a marketing ploy.
Some people just have resting creepy face. That's the way the world works.
The dice have spoken.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and what the dice are telling all of you who have vibe checked this gentleman is that the only honest soul is one who will tell you that he's lying. And this man is telling you, hey, there's nothing haunted here.
It's all showbiz, baby. It's all marketing.
Fair enough. Has anyone come through in the past fortnight?
Has anyone come in the past fortnight? Indeed, they have. They left with a wonderful prize for staying the night, which I was going to tell you all since you're the brave souls who have come to the last stand inn. If you stay for a night, sleep for that night, and wake up without any harm, you get to choose something from our magic gift prize chest.
So, just so I'm clear, like let me just make sure that I'm understanding everything. Okay. So, we're at the last stand inn that may or may not be haunted.
Oh, most assuredly not. However, we do say it for the branding.
Sure. Okay. So reputed to be haunted.
Definitely haunted.
But really you're just a tourist trap. I gotcha. Okay.
And if you tell people that you survived a night at the last stand inn, well, I certainly wouldn't be mad about that.
Sure. Got it.
Like, share, and subscribe.
So
Yeah,
then what if we spend the night and come out the other side with no harm? We get to pick a prize from the chest of things left behind by people who stayed here and never left. Because I'm assuming that harm came to them.
And he looks at you and he says, well, that's certainly what we would like people to think. However, I don't know if you've ever traveled. Sometimes when you go traveling, you forget things, he says with a wink.
Oh, I see. So we get to stay a night in your shitty inn and then dig through the lost and found in the morning?
Bingo bango.
Interesting. This is an interesting thing. Riz is like thinking to herself, and she is toying with the necklaces that she has, like individually, kind of like swirling them back and forth, and then she's gonna settle on one in particular, and she's gonna cast Charm Person on this guy.
Yeah.
So, or try to anyway. He has to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Escalate.
Can I assist with that, perhaps? Because I really want to point out, as Okat, that like the whole metaphor about the barn door, and I mean, obviously, what you're trying to say here is like the only reason that it's the most viewed barn door in Harmony is because they're marketing that way. But because everybody comes to see it, that thus makes it true that it is the most viewed barn door in Harmony. So wouldn't that mean that by marketing yourself as a haunted inn, you are actually, in fact, enticing people to come in and make it haunted? Like, you say it enough, it's true. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okat is basically like poking at this thought that she has and sort of spinning a web of bullshit to try and distract him so the charm person works better.
And Wobbles is waiting for any opportunity where he's distracted to try and take a peek on this chest he put on the table.
Yes.
I will just say, with the chest, you see that in the center of the chest is a hole that you can put your arm through. It is completely dark. You cannot make anything. It is like a magical darkness in there. As she's trying to distract the gentleman, we'll see what the resolution of his wisdom saving throw is after we come back from Luewe and Bear, as he looks so proud of you, and you hear in your head, "Oh, you've developed it."
For now.
Forever, I presume.
Look, at this point, I don't assume anything. Well, I don't know. I guess it's not true. Like, I always kind of assume the wind loves me now. But that's, like, stayed forever, so...
Just shrugs.
Well, it does. Yeah, it certainly does. As he looks to the sky, he's like, that'll be nice to see tonight. But
yeah, I gotta show Okat. She's super freaked out by that. Well, the whales.
Oh, yeah, she mentioned the whales to me.
I'm hoping if she sees him, she'll be more at ease with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everybody has their difficulties, but you know about that.
Mhm.
I don't know if I got to tell you this, but I missed you a lot. And it's very good to see you. And I need you to give me a hug before I get going so I can get Barton to...
Already hugging him.
Oh. As she hugs him, he's like, I love you very much, Lily. I'm going to get Barton to his folks and hope that they win, he says with an intentional blink.
I love you too. Creep. But I hope Barton gets second because I want my convocation to win. Are they going to be there?
Kind of not, due to seeing the missing person. Everyone's on high alert. Barton, I think, is like a little bit like miffed that you were like, I hope you don't win. He's like,
Okay, well now I hope that Barton wins.
He says with a smile. Yeah, he's easy come, easy go. And he goes, all right, I'll be back. Tell me what happened. And after that, we'll be heading to Togs Haven, and I'm pulling for you, kiddo.
Well, thank you, and I guess I'm sorry for dropping snow on you.
If you allow him to, he'll give you a kiss on the top of the head.
Of course.
He gives you a kiss on the top of the head, and he goes like, I owe you for that one. He says as he starts to walk into the darkness.
Yeah. Say she finally lets him go and lets him walk. And waves at Barton.
Yeah, he's like in those old cars where the backseat you could face out, looking the opposite direction of everyone else. He waves to you happily before ducking back into the backpack.
And she will slowly walk back toward the end, just thinking over a few things. And trying to... Well, he said it was coming tonight, so she's going to assume it's coming tonight. Yeah. I don't know how long it'll take her to get back, though, so...
We'll put it at like 10 minutes, so after Riz's thing drops. Speaking of Riz, she tries to charm him. He's like... As Okad is like, but by marketing the thing, don't you create the thing?
Be it, my man. Am I right?
By observing the crime, did you not create the crime? I ask you this. I
asked you this.
As you pop it, he's like, oh, someone tried to charm me. Someone tried to charm me. Very good.
It was me. Did it work?
Oh, I find you bewitching, not charming, he says.
I'll take it.
And he smiles with his yellow teeth.
I'm backing away. This guy's weirding me out.
And Okat's kind of like, you know what? If flirting with this guy gets us through this, then god damn it, I go. Fuck. Take one for the team.
Pursuant to this, he goes, would all of you like, but especially you, he says to Okat, a tour of the facilities?
Boy, howdy. I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, yeah. Get that shit, Okat.
I want to know what Wobbles finds in the box.
What's in the box?
Oh, he's not sticking his hand in there. He almost lost his hand last session. He's taking a break this time.
But as the gentleman gets up, he goes, I'll show you around and we'll exchange our money for goods and services, and you will have the best night of sleep in your life.
Uh-huh.
How good are the goods?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have a question. Real quick. Just a quick question, if you would allow me. Another. I know I've had quite a few. I'm a very questioning person, I like to know things.
And you try to charm somebody.
Just testing things, that's all. By chance, have we all stayed here before?
Have you?
Have we?
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd tell me that, seeing as you are the proprietor of this establishment.
Have we?
As Persephone is on the table.
Have we? That's a really good question.
Persephone. calm down now.
Mhm.
We're having conversations. First,
Mhm.
we can do the aggro thing in a minute. Negotiate. You gotta negotiate.
Moving within earshot. Really curious
Uh,
about the answer to this question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you standing on the table certainly didn't give that away, he says, looking up at you with
Oh, that's a table. I'm so sorry. I just now realized what the two of
Yeah.
you were talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Viseveron does climb over the table, but does climb off of it and get behind him.
Also, just to narrate, we are in a long hall with a very long table dividing the center of it. We have our creepy ass riffraff wannabe on one side
Some say that he's better than Riff Raff.
with Okot,
Mhm.
and now for Severin after he climbed over the table and is now behind the man.
Yeah, it's like a 50-foot table, except in a hallway instead of a room.
But I love the idea that maybe it's just a low set table and Verseveron didn't really realize it was indeed a table. And that's like, oh, that's a table. I'm so sorry, is canon.
It won't be the first table I've stood on in a bar.
You're just so tall.
I will say that despite the fact the four of you are, besides Wobbles, who's keeping his counsel, the three of you are grilling this man incredibly, with Riz even popping a charm person on him that he immediately caught and was like, oh, and Verseverin walking over the table like, oh, pardon me, and getting behind him. And this is a very large Dragonborn. He's a pretty svelte and petite man, maybe about 5'7", even shorter than Okot herself. And Riz is asking a strange question, which is like, BT Dubs, did we sleep here the night at any time before? He seems not perturbed by this. And
yeah. And also, if he's just an average Joe schmo,
I'm not trying to freak him out. Just want to answer the question.
I would really love it if after all of this creepy, spooky setup, it's just totally not a thing. We spend the night, we go on our way in the morning. Like, that would just be amazing. He was telling the truth the whole time.
I do find it interesting that he knew I cast Charm Person. It's just a regular Joe schmo.
If they pass their
if they
saving
pass,
throw, they know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's verbal and somatic and material, all that stuff works against you.
Damn it.
So yeah, this isn't him like acting out of pocket because he's super powerful. This is him seeing a woman do a bunch of things and try to charm him. And he's like,
yeah, boy, do you learn that the hard way as a spellcaster.
Yeah. But yeah, he goes, well, I certainly don't give away my clientele. However, I guess I'll give this away, he says as he leans in conspiratorially. I've never seen any of you before in my life.
Inside check.
Relief, actually.
I don't trust him. I don't trust anything. Well, hey, you know what? The dice.
Dice trust him.
Well, I
15?
mean, I got 15 total, so.
Yeah, with a 15, seems like he's telling the truth. He is not aware of any of you, it seems.
Vibes are off, but Severon is still processing the idea of like some sort of multi-in shenanigans happening here. There's so many inns floating around in his mind. Is this inn also part of this conspiracy?
No. Well, wait.
But this seems fine. This one seems fine so far.
Sure. Hey, so
Another question, of course. Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, I guess that's because I never gave it. How neglectful of me. I'm Pavel.
Pavel, all right. Nice to meet you. Sorry, you just have to understand that we've come from a very strange place recently, so we're a little on edge. We had not the best hostesses, you could say. Are you familiar with the LaFays?
He stops and thinks. I may have heard that name. However, it doesn't really mean anything to me.
Yeah. Well, they're again, not the best of hostesses. Unlike you, clearly are.
Yeah, the scones were absolutely subpar.
You know anything about the legend of the winter tree?
Oh, that tree about 5 hours south? Yeah, something about like a lost love and a locket or something.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for that locket.
Is Perseverin standing next to Riz now? Did he move back over to her?
I moved back over to Wobbles because I was also like, did someone lose the locket in the box? And so I had looked over that. I was heading over there to look in the box.
So then you're standing next to Riz because Wobbles' icon is on top of Riz's because he's on top of Riz. But
Yeah.
Now that you're standing right next to Riz, she elbows you hard in the side, like, shut up! You're Perseverin!
So I believe you said something about a tour.
I absolutely understand the rib nudge, and I'm still gonna press it.
As Okad is like, I believe you said something about a tour. As Perseverin is what?
Oh no! I just asked him if he knew about the winter tree, and he said he did. He knew about the locket, and then I had said that we were looking for the locket, and then Riz nudged me like, "Cool it," and I was saying yes. He, as the player, is saying Perseverin understands that Riz is like, you shouldn't be tipping our hand, but Perseverin is growing impatient, and so he is pressing it. There's a frustration. Gray is kind of like a frustration for Perseverin. Like good and evil are understandable. Like ambiguity is annoying. If pushing someone, quote unquote, clarifies it, then that's easier for him to accept.
Okay, perfect.
That tracks. That totally tracks.
As he goes, if you're looking for it, I suspect you'll have to go into the tree itself, would you not? And if you would like to join me for a tour, I would love to begin to show it to you.
Sure.
I'm on board for a tour. Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage Season 2, featuring Ray Palmer as Luwewe, Sadie Blake as Okap, Kate Ingram as Riz Parcheesi, Douglas Gale as Perseverin, Parker Postini as Wobbles Waggletop. Elliot Rose is our Dungeon Master. Audio engineering by Sadie Blake and Douglas Gale. All music created by Sadie Blake. Sound effect attributions can be found in the show notes.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. You can find more of What's Your Damage on Apple Music and Spotify, or on our website, wydpod.com. We've got maps, just gorgeous character art, and tons of lore for all needs to know. There's also going to be a sign up for our newsletter, which features content warnings for all episodes upon release, because we think that's super important. And for those of you that want to chat with us on social media, because you love us so much, you can find us at WYD Pod, and that's WYDPOD. WYDD on Instagram and Threads, as well as a bunch of others listed on our website. You know, in case you don't like those first two, you can find us elsewhere, because if there's a place to be, we're probably there already. So, you know, please stop by, say hi. We would all genuinely love to hear from you.
Hags get dags.